Have you received your copy of this best-selling book? I Want My Own Husband, Mindset and Standards on Marriage. This is for men and women. Don't miss out.
The one. I know she exists. The place that she dwells in my heart, my mind, and soon in my life. I won't give up. I won't settle for less. I'll be waiting, working on me so I can bring my best. I'll be contemplating, taking her hand, feet in the sand, saying I do forever love you. I know she exists. She is there in the mist. She is alive and well. She is waiting for me, and I will develop the know-how to love her. The willpower to adore her, cherish her, and spoil her. I know she exists. The one I've waited my whole life for. I want my own wife. I deserve you. I implore. I had no business pursuing him. In the midst of my pursuit, I lost my way. In conclusion, my space was invaded by someone unavailable. My mother always told me I was a good thing to be found. Unbeknownst to me, I gave up pieces of my love to a clown. A man with legacy in his grasp, a wife and children, all that I wish I had. There's still time. I'm still young. I want my own husband. Not gonna miss my turn messing around with the time clock love.
Okay, what's up? You already know the copies are still available. I want to welcome you to the show. Welcome to Creative Emotions, where you will receive motivation, information, encouragement, inspiration, empowerment, and transparency. You're going to get a little bit of everything up in here and these good vibes, okay? And then ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I want to welcome you guys to the show. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We made it. Mama made it. I want to encourage you guys to come out this Friday. It came fast. Listen, it's already the middle of the month. January 12th will be the next Poetry and Conversations. And if you've been there, you know it's a delicious treat, okay? It is a whole vibe, and it can be a date night, a girls' night, whatever kind of night you want it to be, but it is a vibe. The feature will be A.B. She came before, and this is her first feature, and she's just such a beautiful soul. She's going to take us on a poetic journey. So I want you guys to be in the building for support, and that's what it's about. Again, you can get your book at www.thecreativeemotions.com. I want to give a big shout out to Podcastic. Thank you so much for the platform. Shout out to Podcastic. Shout out to YouTube for giving people a platform that, want to spread the good news. Whatever they want to spread, honey. Now you can just do whatever you want to do. Foolishness is on the flow. But I refused, okay? I am choosing to bring you this encouragement, motivation, information, empowerment, transparency, and these good vibes. So I thank you guys for vibing with me. Thank you so much for everybody that has joined. If this is your first time, make sure you subscribe. Hit that like button, okay? Go ahead, right there, right now. Don't wait. You don't have to. Share this with your family and friends. I have a special treat for you today. Money actually grows by good stewardship. And so we have to understand we have been fooled, we have been bamboozled, and we have not been using our funds correctly, which is why generation after generation, we set back. We are set back. We're not setting up our children. We're not setting up our family, and we don't know how to set ourselves up sometimes. But I want you to know, and I want to ask you, now I want you to know, but I want to ask you, are you a good steward over your finances? I have wealth coach and real estate agent, #1 in the city, Mr. Daryl Dibbs Howard. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. Listen, we need help, okay, as a community. I'm not even going to put a gender or a... I'm not going to put nothing on it. Everybody needs some. So I want you to tell people, how did you get started? Because we met years ago. Maybe 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. And we were at Warren Truck, which is a factory. And then I went to another plant, and you were still there. How long were you at Chrysler?
In total?
In total. In
total, I was there about 10 years.
Okay.
Yep, around about 10 years. I actually started in the UAW as a janitor in 2009 with Caravan Night. They're now known as Caravan. A couple contracts. So, yeah, you know, so I started as a janitor. I needed some money.
Okay.
They was hiring $12 an hour. 90 days, you go up to $15.95, and that was back in 2009.
And that was money, okay? When you was making 15, you was making bread. Now we can't even get a loaf of bread with 15. Okay,
no,
and it's unfortunate.
$15 in 2010. You couldn't tell me nothing. I had my own apartment. I bought a car cash off the side of the road.
Okay.
You know, I was eating out every day.
Oh yeah, you had money then.
I could take my girlfriend to Dave and Buster's, McDonald's after. We was hanging out.
That's what's up. And so coming this far, so we fast forward. They put out a letter to everybody at Chrysler to say, hey, you want to buy out? You want to get up out of here? And so after 10 years, I remember we had a conference that we went to together, and the Holy Spirit was telling me, matter of fact, let me stop. Holy Spirit, come on in the room. My bad. Come on. I invited me in. Come on. So Holy Spirit had spoke through me to you, right? And stuff I didn't even know anything about. And I didn't know that you were looking for some type of clarity. So you got the answers that you needed because God showed you what you needed to see.
Yep.
And you made your decision.
I did.
How did you make that decision? Just explain that to the people.
So it was a long time coming. When you work in a job that you don't necessarily enjoy, you think about quitting every day.
Wow.
So you go in there, you're doing your job, you're getting paid, you know you need this money to feed your family, right?
Yeah.
And that's got to be a motivating factor. But I constantly thought about every day there has to be more to life than going to work and paying bills, right? So I started planning. I started looking for opportunities to earn money outside of just going to work for 10, 12 hours a day, 70 hours a week, breaking my body down.
Lord. Help.
And it's almost like it's one of them things, you know, when you go in to buy a car, right? You go in to buy a car and you never see that car on the road. You get to the dealership, as soon as you like, okay, I'm about to get this Toyota Prius or I'm about to go get this Dodge Ram. Now it's all you see. It's all you see. So when you start retraining your mind to look for opportunities, I want an opportunity.
Yes.
Now you see opportunities everywhere. I started reading the contract, looking for language that would allow me to, because I still needed money, right? Everybody need money. So I'm looking for opportunities to keep my job, but pursue the other opportunities, right? So I found that clause in the contract about the voluntary termination program. And I started asking around about it. It was kind of hush-hush. I ain't going to tell me who told me it was coming. But I knew my day would come, because the thing was I was going to quit for free.
Wow.
So why not get some money? Wait around until that opportunity presented itself. And my patience paid off.
How long you been a real estate agent?
About the same amount of time as I worked at Chrysler. So I got my real estate license actually after I got fired from my janitor job. And
got the Chrysler job.
Yep.
Okay. So you found the extra stream right then and there.
Yeah. Yep. So my license was in escrow, meaning I wasn't using it for about 2.5 years. I got to Chrysler. One of my team leaders said he was interested in buying a house. And I'm like, I got my real estate license. Let me help him out. By the time I got it out of escrow, figured out what I was really supposed to be doing. He had already bought his house, his land. But now I done paid to get it out of escrow. So now you gotta do something with it. I gotta hustle with it. Now I gotta figure out, how do I use this? How do I create another opportunity for myself, right? So that's how I started marketing myself as a real estate agent.
Putting it out there.
Yep. Especially to UAW auto workers. I understand we was working off shifts at that time. So I thought my niche was going to be, I'm going to be the midnight agent. You know what I mean? I work midnights, you work midnights. When we get off work, we going to look at houses. That's what's up.
That's strategy right there.
Yep. So
you got to pray for that strategy. Look for them opportunities. This is so funny that right after you made that decision, I fast every month, and this particular month, it was the first of the month, and I forgot. I think I just called you like, I want to find a house.
Yeah, randomly.
Just random, just straight like, I want to find a house. By the 7th of that same month, you found me a house, and it was already taken as soon as we went in there.
Yep.
And you was like, what you want me to do? You want me to put an offer in? I said, yeah, why not? Asking price. Not even a couple days. The people, I don't know what happened. It ain't my problem. But they called me back and they accepted my offer. So you got me my first house. After you stepped out on faith and bet on yourself.
So this is the thing, too. I do want to put it out there that you got you your first house.
Okay.
I was just the guide there. I just guided you. You know, you was at the steering wheel. I just showed you what roads I would go down.
That's
right?
good. Yeah. I take that.
Take your responsibility. Give yourself your flowers for that because you did that.
Yeah.
All
okay,
right?
I did that. Okay, period. I'll put that out there, baby. I ain't gonna lie. The first. And then got a house by the 11th?
Yeah.
The 7th?
Yeah. So, and that's the crazy thing. So people believe that the housing process is this long, drawn out thing where you go through inspections, go through appraisals of all these ups and downs. When you have your stuff together.
And
when you work with a professional, it's done like that, okay? I can have you closed in 2 weeks.
That is true.
So
because I was dealing with the loan, the different agents, and they was like, "Oh my goodness! Like we never got this information. We never got information this fast." They're like, "Hey, we need your statements from this and this." I got it in my phone. I was like, "Boop boop 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 boop." Yep. They like, "Oh my God, we haven't had information this quick." So I don't know if you ain't serious about buying a house or you don't feel like you are prepared. But listen, if you serious about it, get serious about it. Get your checklist. Do what you need to do. And call dibs to be a real estate agent.
It's that fear of the unknown. I find a lot of times we get up to a certain point and then we stop because we don't know what's on the other side.
Yeah,
right?
For sure. It's definitely scary.
So where I run into people at, they go to my website, they ask questions, they become an expert on the subject. Oh, I done asked all the questions about buying a house, but they never get around to filing that application.
Oh, yeah. That's the fear might set in.
Yeah, if you want to borrow money, somebody might want to look at your credit history, okay? So you will have to run your credit for somebody to look and see whether or not you're going to pay them back. All right?
Yeah.
And if you can, if your credit history is not stellar,
okay,
you know, there are ways for people to help you, but we got to know what's going on, okay? So
that's what's up.
Know, like, and trust me.
So how did finances become important to you? Because we're going to get into, you know, the ways and the tools. And if you're just joining, make sure you share this with your family and friends. We're going to get into a few things on how you can, you know, get ahead of your finances, get ahead of it, and so you can sleep good at night. You don't have to keep talking about, I ain't got it, or I'm stressed, or being worried when you make enough money. A lot of times we make enough money to sustain ourselves. It's just about what you're doing with it and how, you know, you're using your resources. So when did finances become important to you to where you made it a thing?
Yeah, so it's always been important to me. I just didn't know how important until, you know, certain life events happened. I mentioned I was fired from my janitor job. I wasn't given a choice and when I left my employment.
Yeah.
So one of the things that sticks out in my mind is I'm never going to be put in that situation again for somebody to be able to take my livelihood away from me.
Yeah, that's good.
While I was at that job, Sergio Marchione visited the plant one day.
Okay.
And I just remember thinking, like, this is the most unimpressive entity I've ever come across. Like, what is, not even a knock on him.
I know what you're saying.
Not even a knock on him, but it's just
certain people's in certain different people in these positions, and you like,
yeah, how did he get here? Like, the only difference between me and this billionaire is a 4-year degree in finance, because, you know, I Googled him. I'm like,
as you should.
Like, you got $1 billion over in Italy. You're not even from here.
Not even from here. Got a stake in the game.
Yeah, you in Italy, and you just bought the company that my company works for.
Yep.
So how do you do that?
Yeah.
So that became my mission. I wanted to figure out how these millionaires and billionaires operated in business.
Okay.
How is it that he's never had a job, but he makes more money than everybody in here combined?
Everybody combined, honey. The whole building and everything in it.
Paying us and still make more money than us. Yeah. So that became my mission. That's how I got interested in finance. Like, how How did he get there?
Can
I do it too?
And I feel like those are the hard things that people don't want to do. I think I was looking at a video, and it was saying that, rich people don't think about taxes. We think about, I'm going to get my taxes. My taxes. Actually, that's kind of a impoverished mindset when you look at the scheme of things, because people that make money, they don't look at no taxes coming back. A lot of them don't even pay taxes because they get that much money. So changing our mindset to be where it is that we want to be, I feel like that's very, very important. So if you want to have money, your words and what you're speaking about yourself needs to change immediately. Mm-hmm. Immediately. I don't even say the B word no more. The B word, the BROKE, is out of my vocabulary. You sitting there like, what, the B word? B word. The BROKE. I used to say that so much and wonder why I'm always scounging for something or running around with holes in my pockets. You are what you say. I don't have time for that. So being able to do the things that you don't want to do to get to where you are or get to where you want to be, that's reading, that's studying, and that's learning a new skill. A lot of times people are not willing to do that, and that's the reason why we stay in these positions. Who wants to read a tax book? Who wants to read a book about finances?
I don't want to read it, and I do it for a living.
So this is what I'm saying. A lot of times to get somewhere else in this, on this playing field, we got to do something different. Yeah, and so that's huge.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the taxes because it's tax season, mm-hmm. and everybody struggles with this, and I used to struggle with it too. We want as much money possible in our checks, right? We want to pay as least money possible to the government. Sometimes we do that to our own detriment. We take our dependents all the way up to 9, or we claim exempt. Anything to shortcut the system to where they not getting my money before I see it, right? So
it hurts though.
Yeah, so I'm filing taxes, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of times I will receive a W-2, mm-hmm. and the box that's supposed to show your contribution to the economy, to the government.
Zero.
Not even zero. It's blank.
Oh no.
There's nothing in it. A lot of people file exempt for the whole year, and this is common.
Wow.
So it's not like it's not like you not the only one doing it, okay? And you're not getting away with it. So,
that part, okay.
So we see it, and then the solution out of that is to claim my business and write all my income off. So what that does is that puts you behind the 8 ball when you want to get things like a new car, mm-hmm. you want to buy a new home, you want to invest in some properties or some stocks. Yeah. Now you can't buy the assets because on paper you make $5,000 a year, even though you're working every day.
Wow. I think people need to take this into account because they want that big check, mm-hmm. but it's stunting your growth from doing the necessary things to put you on another level in life.
So one of the things that I did when I was working at the plant, because like I said, it's not great money when you're starting out, especially with inflation and everything going up. So $15.78. I know y'all got a new contract. Congratulations.
Yeah, we did. $35. Okay.
Yes.
And some change.
Yeah, but when you first starting out at the plant, them first couple years is rough. I quit a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even going to hide
in
from
your
that.
Head, yeah.
No, not even in my head. I walked out.
Oh.
I walked out and said, this is not for me.
Oh.
They had me screwing in some brake lines, and I had a blister on my finger and my thumb, and I was like, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back. I walked out. You can ask my team leaders. They know.
He don't bust up. They had to bring you back.
No, so HR called me because I was a TBT at the time.
Wow.
So HR called me and said, we got some full-time spots. Do you want to come back? I said, I'm not going to that job.
Oh, you had a choice.
Yeah, well, so this is the thing. Opportunities, right?
Opportunities.
If I've already quit.
I'll be looking for them.
I've already quit, right? Mm-hmm. So what's the word? What can y'all do to me?
Well, that's
I can say what I want. Now, I don't work there no more.
Okay.
So you got to understand leverage in those situations.
That is true.
So, she was lying. But she said, yeah, come back on Monday.
Oh, you weren't about to get what you thought you was going to get.
Oh, no, not at all. They put me in the back. I was lifted. I was so tired my first day back. Legs was burning. Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah, they taught me a lesson.
Shout out to all the supplementals, those people that are working without getting the different benefits and things like that.
Yep.
It happens sometimes. I mean, we choose, right? Because we signed. I was that for like 3 years until I became full time. But it's a choice. It's other jobs out here. Don't feel like you stuck. I mean, there is a lot of places hiring, and it seems like after the pandemic, nobody really wants to work. Everybody wants to be an influencer. Everybody wants to get rich quick. Everybody wants to do something and just get them some real fast money. I mean, people done went to OnlyFans, dudes. I mean, just all kind of crazy stuff. Like nobody wants to do work, and I get it.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit because I don't think it's that it's nobody wants to work. The work that we're doing isn't worth the time we're spending doing it.
Okay.
So I think everybody's got everybody's got their own system. Everybody's got their capacity.
Yeah.
They got their quality and their quantity, right?
That's true if they're looking at it that way.
Yep. So and this is how I want them to look at it. You have your capacity, right? That's how much you can handle. Then you have your quantity. That's how many you can handle. Okay. Then you got your quality. That's how well you handle that stuff.
Okay. All together.
Yep. So at any time, if your quantity or your capacity is too much, your quality starts to suffer.
That is true.
So if I'm working 70 hours a week, doing the same thing I've always done, 70 hours a week, I get my check at the end of the week, it's $2,000. But when I first started making that, bread was $1.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Now bread $3. Right. So, but my wages haven't changed. Yeah. But everything that I'm spending money on has tripled.
That's true.
So it's not going as far. It's not worth the same. The time that I'm putting in is not worth the same thing. Yeah. So I think we got to be careful when we saying that people don't want to work because there's a lot of people that's working hard, real hard, and it's not their fault.
It's not worth the time.
Yep.
I got you, and I agree to that. But shoot, we fought. They was fighting out there for that $15 for McDonald's, and people like, nah. Now we got to sit in the line for 2 hours just to get something because we short staffed. I pulled up to a Wendy's the other day. I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna go get me a little salad. So I pull up. The lady like, it's gonna be a wait because we shift changing right now. It's gonna be about 15-20 minutes.
Dang.
I said 15-20 minutes to do what? What do you expect the people in the line to do? She said, you can leave.
Ooh. Now, see, that's somebody that's fed up.
I said...
that time is not worth the money they making.
I wanted to call... Give me that number to your manager. I wanted to be that. I just drove off. I said, you know what? And guess what? That was because in my mind, I've already changed my mindset about spending money. About spending money when I got food at home. So guess what I did? Since that happened, because everything happened for a reason, I went home and I had food there. So that was for my good. Although I looked at it like it was bad, I already put in my mind, I want to be another place financially. Yeah. And so it's certain things that I'm just not going to do. Certain things I'm not going to spend money on. And just being mindful of how I'm spending. I'm keeping track of everything. And that's my job, stewarding my finances. You know what I'm saying? But did you have anybody, do you have a mentor, anybody that taught you?
I got a bunch of mentors. They don't know me personally. But anybody that I'll take in all sorts of advice, right? Yeah. I'll listen to you. That doesn't mean I have to apply it to my life. But I always want to look at different perspectives on...
Chew up the meat, spit out the bone.
Exactly. So I listen to a lot of Dave Ramsey's radio show.
I was listening to him too.
I don't agree with a lot of what he says because I don't think it applies to today. Okay. But I still respect the perspective of, not taking on debt, paying cash for everything, and just using your money responsibly, right? Yep. I listened to Robert Kiyosaki for a time. That was one of the first financial books that I ever read, was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Okay. That was given to me by my father-in-law after I was fired from my job. He's like, okay.
Listen, do something with yourself. Right.
Can't stay in my basement for long, so here. Yeah. Get up and do something, right? But I took the lessons that I learned in that book to identify some of the opportunities that I found later in life. Okay. So that was a mental mentor of mine, Robert Kiyosaki's book. Yeah. There's been a whole bunch of iterations. Motivational speakers. You got Grant Cardone, sales training, lots of YouTube.
And that's doing that work. That's doing the work, putting in something that you're interested in and just download on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times, time just being wasted, being entertained all the time. And it can be something you want to do, and you really can use that time to start investing in yourself, looking at these free videos, because these videos be free. Yep. With stuff that will help you get to another level in your finances, another level in your life, another level in your mental, and things of that nature. So we got to be careful how we're spending our time. But I do want you to talk about your business and your Facebook page that's talking about this wealth, because this is the meat of this conversation. I just wanted to introduce you on that level, but I want you to break down what it is your business entails and how people can find it and moving forward.
Yeah, so a couple months ago, I embarked on the journey to buy a yacht that my father-in-law could park his boat in.
Ooh,
right?
Okay.
So that's thank you.
So, wait a minute. Buy a yacht.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So
that your father can park his boat in.
Mm-hmm. So I've got, I've watched Rush Hour many times over, and Ricky Tan had a boat. And he had a library on the back with all the mahogany books on it. I'm trying to get something light like that.
Light,
right?
Okay.
But I don't want to be on my yacht alone. I don't want to be the one that's paying for the parties all the time, right? And then everybody coming in drinking my liquor and having fun on my dime. I want to be there with some people that are equally yoked and on the same mission, right? So I decided, you know what? We all gonna get rich together, right?
Okay.
I created the Facebook group Real Pathways to Wealth, and it's all the tools that I've learned over the past decade to managing my finances, investing for growth, and just a little bit of mindset training on how to look at money, how you spend it, how you interact with it in order for it to grow.
Yeah.
So we are up to, I believe, 110 yachties in the group.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. So we got
I'm getting a yacht, okay?
We got 110 yachties in the group, and we growing every day. I got to go check it again to see what how many requests we have, because in order to get into the group, we do need a little information. We need to know that you're serious about your business. And if I can't even get a phone number and an email out of you, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tell you what to do with your dollars when they come in. So if we can't establish that trust where I can't send you a text or call you or, send you an article that I'm reading through an email, then, the group might not be for you.
Okay. And what's the name of that group?
Real Pathways to Wealth. If you're already on Facebook, you can find it there. Or you can go to my website, dibstherealtor.com, and then you'll be able to join the group from that link. But I'm on all platforms at Real Pathways. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'm not hard to find.
Branded it. So how much should we be saving? Okay, we're not even going to talk about middle class, upper class, lower class. We're not going to talk about any of that. How much should we be saving?
So personal finance is personal. Everybody's got their own saving goal, right? But I have a rule of 20. Okay. To where I'm investing at least 20% of my income, whether or not, no matter how much it is. If my grandma give me $100, I'm taking 20 and I'm figuring out how I can invest that in my education or in the stock market. Okay. All right. If I don't have that, or if I don't feel like I can afford 20% right now, then I'm just going to save $20.
Okay. And just put it up.
Yep. So that's the rule of 20. 20% or $20. No in between.
So with the stock market being is running rapid now, everybody likes stocks, and I just feel like it's very murky waters and dangerous territory if you don't understand, what you're doing or how you're doing it. So what would you say to somebody that's interested in doing stocks?
So they can start the same way I started, which was find out what companies you want to invest in. The way I found out what companies I wanted to invest in was I looked at my bank account.
And what you spend the most money on?
What am I spending money on? I see a lot of transactions. I don't go outside that much anymore, but my wife do. So she at Target, she at Costco, she at, we pay our phone bill every month, AT&T. Okay. I'll just use those three as an example. Yeah. AT&T, Costco.
Because that's what you frequent.
Exactly. I frequent them. I spend $500 a month on groceries in a Costco run, right? Their stock share right now, the last time I checked, it was at 600 something. Okay. I started buying Costco.
$600 a share?
Yeah. It might be more than that now. But I started buying Costco when it was like $2.50. Like 4 or 5 years ago. Okay. Because it was a stock that I believed in. I didn't think Costco was going anywhere. Yeah. And that's how you should gauge most businesses. If you shop there, if they are a good enough business to receive your money, then you should probably be investing with that company.
Okay. To get your money back.
Exactly. Nike's another one. Okay. You buy $100 pair of shoes. Nike stock at one point was less than $100.
Wow.
So you invest in that. Let's say you buy Jordans come out every Saturday.
Right? Really? I mean, like hypothetically. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
So Jordans come out every Saturday. You spend $200 on a pair of Jordans. Put another $100 on Nike shares. So now at the end of the year, you got 52 shares of Nike. Nike goes up in value $10. Okay. Right. So that's $10 per share that you own. That's $520. How many more pair of Jordans can you buy just by owning at the store you shopping at?
That's smart.
And that's how I gauge what businesses I'm gonna buy. Because especially if you're a beginner and you're not trading, we not buying stocks and then selling them later. We buying companies that we believe in and holding them for the long term.
Yeah, that you use.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that stuff is deep. It's like a rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to stocks. And I understand some people made it big.
It's a lot of different strategies.
GameStop broke the whole system. AMC, who's at the movie theater?
Yeah, I almost quit during the AMC run. I almost walked out on the job. I had a $200,000 trade that because my signal didn't work in the back, didn't go through.
Oh, wow.
Yep, I was sick about it.
200,000 you was about to make wow off of that
on stock options. That's not investing in the stock market. That's gambling. I want everybody to be clear about that. I'm an avid gambler.
I don't like losing no money, honey. Even when I went to the casino, $20 was my limit.
It's a game.
20 and I'm out. I lose this 20, I'm done.
It's a game. So and that's part of my money system. What I like to talk about people is you have to have a belief system, because if you don't reward yourself sometimes, you're going to get sick and tired of budgeting. It's going to get on your nerves.
Well, that's true. If you can't go and just buy what you want to buy and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And that's why you tell people to pay themselves?
Yeah. You got to build it in. Half your money should be coming to you. The other half, they can get their money when it's their turn.
Okay.
But I'm getting mine first.
And I'm learning. Guess what? I am, it's my financial planner. So that's why you get the plug on Creative Emotions. But I want you guys to know, listen, it's different ways to thrive in this life. And these basic principles, I feel like we have just been taught. Go to school, get your degree, go to college, get a loan, pay the money back, get a house, get a car, have a dog, have some kids, pay all this money back for the rest of your life. And I just feel like, it's a little bit more to life. It's a little bit more to life. So people that are on this journey, on another note, and now this is their first time buying their home, is this a good time to buy a house?
It's an excellent time to buy a house. And I'm not just saying that because I sell them.
I was about to say this.
So here's the thing. It might be advantageous for you to look into buying a home, one, if you can afford it right now. Okay. That's the first factor is, do you want a house?
Okay.
If you don't want a house, don't buy one. Okay.
Don't feel pressured is what you're saying.
I'm saying don't buy one if you don't want one.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter to you. It's not a part of your belief system. It's not a part of your value. Now, do I want you to have one to build wealth? Yes, but there are other avenues that you can build wealth. There's alternative assets like stock market, like cryptocurrency, which is becoming more and more legitimate every day.
Yes.
It's tons of ways you can invest. You could buy a business before you buy a house that pays for a house that you want to get.
You can buy a business before you buy your house that will pay for your house.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So it's all types of avenues. So I'm not going to rush you out there and say, oh, everybody need to be buying a house right now because this is it. Now, when interest rates was 2%, I was screaming to the top of my lungs.
Oh, my goodness.
Buy your house.
I wish I would have got in, honey. I ain't gonna lie. I was scared. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. But different markets call for different strategies, call for different things. This is my beef with Dave Ramsey. He's been giving the same advice for the last 30 years, whether it fits your situation or not.
And things change.
So you got to do the math. You got to run the numbers on whether buying a house is right for you.
Okay.
But just to give you some market tips, right? Prices ain't coming back down, y'all.
Tell them.
I'm gonna let you know. I'm sorry to disappoint you. You've been saying this for the last 5 years that the market is gonna crash, doomsday. I'll wait till the economy go down. Houses gonna crash 20%. Yada yada yada. I've been hearing this since I got my license. Okay, that was a decade ago.
Wow.
It ain't coming. I hate to tell you, man.
Crashing.
We not about to get no house in Bloomfield Township for $3, man. We missed our boat. I was in the 10th grade when that happened.
Wow.
The housing crisis of 2008. It was over.
So we can just hang that up.
Hang that up. That's a pipe dream.
It's going to continue to keep changing and fluctuating.
Yes. So, and the reason because there's something called supply and demand, right? Right now, we have more people that want to buy houses than we have houses for sale.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens to the Jays when they only got 30 of them in the store?
Everybody want them.
Everybody want them. You got to get in line with your ticket, right?
Yep.
So you get in line with your ticket, and what happens when you get to the front and they ain't got no more? Now the people that got some, hey, I got these J's, $700, y'all.
That's exactly what's happening.
I got these PS5s, $1,200.
Yeah, they was clowning with them.
When there's no more, when the inventory is low like that drives the price up. So with these interest rates being at 6, 7, 8%, what is that doing to the demand for people? It's going down. No, it's going down.
Oh, yeah.
So with interest rates being at 6, 7, 8%, that's driving the demand down. So right now is your best opportunity to get a house without any competition.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Right?
Yep, that makes sense.
Now in 6 months, rates are scheduled to drop down again into the 4s.
Yeah, I heard that. I just actually read that. I'm like, God dog it. I ain't mad though. It's whatever.
No, but see, this is where it's advantageous for y'all.
The people that already bought the houses.
Already bought the house, or if you're about to buy a house.
Okay.
In 6 months' time, when the rates drop, you're going to be able to refinance that house, or you're going to be able to, at least you got 6 months to prepare if you're going to wait that long.
Okay.
All right. So you need to be taking your 20%, putting it up and saying, hey, I'm about to put this as a down payment on my house, so that when you go in and we getting ready to close you out in 2 weeks, you got all your paperwork, all your documents, you got all your money together. So you're not, waking up in the middle of July saying, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to buy a house today. Let me see what I got to do. No, get ready now.
Get ready. Get ready right now. If you want a house, get ready. Get ready to get ready to get ready. Don't wait.
Yep.
Because a lot of people talk about it. It's easy to talk about it. Like, yeah, I'm going to get me a house. And you said something that's very important. If you don't want a house, don't get one.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure out here, man. It's a lot of pressure when it comes to people looking at their times. They time stamp. I'm this age, or I'm this, or I'm supposed to have that, based on the pressures from other people. And I just want to let you know, this is your life. This is your journey. Be on your own timeline. Don't allow people to do that to you. Seriously, because then you're stuck with the bill. All of it. All of the decisions and the things that you put pressure on yourself based on other people, that stuff come back on you. And then it hurts you at the end of the day if you're not strong enough mentally. It hurts you spiritually, because you get down in your spirit, you lose faith. And so just be careful with that. So what would you say to people that are afraid? Because they are. People are afraid.
So if you're afraid, you have to identify what you're afraid of. What is so scary about the thing that you fear? And then talk to some people that have either done it before. Find out what they're afraid of, what were they afraid of before they did it, what convinced them to do it. Because I remember my outlook on money wasn't good. Okay.
I mean, yeah, well, I guess we all have that time where
we all grow up.
Get your mind right.
Yeah, we all grow up in different environments, right? And when I was 18, 19, I wasn't thinking about buying no damn house. Like, it never crossed my mind.
Yeah, I don't think it crossed mine either.
I grew up, I turned 18, I was like, okay, I got a job. I guess I need to go rent me an apartment. That's what you did.
Yeah. And that's actually what you taught at school.
Yeah, so
you're not taught to own and buy.
Yeah, nobody ever brought it up. It never crossed my mind that, okay, I might have good credit. I had never ran my credit before.
Right.
So, but I was able to walk through the mall and get offered 6 credit cards. Oh, get your mama something nice for Valentine's Day. Here, buy this diamond pendant necklace for Mother's Day. Like,
set you up.
Not one person pulled me to the side and say, hey, you can run your credit and get a house. And at that time, for probably $17,000.
Right. Man, these houses were so doggone cheap, man.
You get you a car, you can put
I'm looking at $50,000 for this house.
The lady that got me my real estate license, or told me to go get my real estate license, was at that time she was buying houses on her credit card.
That's how much money she had.
No, it was a $5,000 credit card. She was buying houses on her credit card and flipping them.
Wow.
Yep. So I was like, yeah, I can do that.
What a way to make money work for you.
That's leverage. We'll get into that. Y'all join the group and then we'll talk about it.
Tell them how to join the group one more time. Tell them how to
so
join the group.
So you go to dibstherealtor.com, DIBBS TheRealtor.com, and you click the join our free wealth group button. Or if you're already on Facebook, just search Real Pathways to Wealth. And it should pop up. You'll see the group description. You'll see the yachties on there. It's a private group, so anything you say in the group is not leaving. We don't have any screenshotters in there, but there is a system of trust. There's rules to this, right?
Yeah.
We don't want anybody,
And what can people expect on Real Pathways to Wealth?
So for the first month and a half, I was doing a training every Wednesday night. From A to Z, what wealth is, how to discover your net worth, how we're building wealth. We all learning together. Remember, I'm what they would call a Henry, right? High earning, but not rich yet. So we all learning together.
That's good. Not yet, almost.
Yep.
Getting there.
We getting there. So we want to buy it. We all want to get on the yacht, and I want everybody to get there together. So right now we have 5 levels of wealth, and you can read about those when you get into the group. But the 5th level is where we don't care about money anymore. That's one step past FU money. Right? We making work optional.
Okay.
All right.
Period. I'm in that group.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the growth. I'm excited. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's watching. I hope you guys got something from the show. It is important that we are stewards over our finances. And I also want to tell you to keep God first in your finances. So if you look at 1 Timothy 6:17, command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, nor to put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. And so when you think about your faith, it should be with your money as well. Just being able to allow your faith, allow the word to work for you. Allow it to work. Believe in what you say you believe. I tell people all the time, and every time I have a show, believe in your belief. Okay, I don't care what you believe in. Believe in it, which means you're using the principles and you're doing different things that will positively affect your life. And we are talking about being a steward over your finances. So being a good steward over your finances, you got to think about it. Life is full of uncertainties. It's essential to control what we can control. So I want to leave you with this. I'm going to leave you with 6 ways to better be prepared for these financial, hiccups that we may have and different things that you may want in life. It's important. One step at a time. If you know that you're not good with your finances, reach out to a wealth coach, a person that can help you with your finances, a person that you can lay out all the money that you have and say, hey, I'm not good with this, and pay them a little bit for their services to be able to get yourself in line so that you can live this life and have it be enjoyable for you. Not dreadful, not stressful all the time. You worried about how you going to pay this and how you going to pay that. But You know, it's different ways that different things you can snip at the bud of it, and all your money will be right there. And so it's different things that you may not be able to see that somebody else can see. So I encourage you, if you have problems with your finances, reach out to somebody that can help. And so the first thing I'm gonna say is pay yourself. You know, a lot of times we don't even put that into account. I gotta pay this, I gotta pay that, and then we eating the scraps. You know, that even with our time, you giving your time to everybody else, but then I ain't got time to get a haircut. I ain't got time to get my hair done. I ain't got time to do this, and I don't have time. And it's like, wait, you come first. And even in this financial aspect, you come first. And so the second thing I want to say is be frugal and not cheap. So focusing on the value of things. That's how I've been lately. I just been like, wait a minute now, I really don't need that. I went shopping for my new house. Okay. And it was certain things I seen. I was like, no, I don't need that. I don't even need to put another hanger in my closet. I don't need another pair of shoes. I'm gonna have to, it's like we have more than enough. So to buy that stuff, you got to think, what's wrong? What am I trying to feel? What is happening right now that I feel like I need to overindulge on these things that I have that I'm not even using? And so just think about it. Be frugal, not cheap. Live within your means. I know a lot of people that's out here with the Gucci and the Louis and I don't even, the essentials. I don't even know half of the stuff that they have now, because I don't care about none of it. Okay. I make something that's $10 look like whatever name it is. I just make it look good. But you have these people that put value on these clothes that they wear. They spend all of this money on, but then you got to pay for a doctor and you don't want to pay for your doctor. You feel like that's not a value. You need to go to the doctor, but you rather pay $700 for a coat. Based on what? The validation that you need. So then that's a whole nother problem. Like, that's something that you need to look into if you're buying things and you're neglecting yourself. You buying things and you're neglecting your home. You're not paying your bills, but you're buying these different things. So live within your means. The fourth thing, find a balance between wants and needs. I really had to look at that the other day when I was like, I can just get some. I'm like, I got plates. I use the plates I got. Why do I need another set? I use the pots that I have. Why would I need another set? And so just really thinking like, okay, I want it because it's new, but do I need it? No. And I'm strong enough to be able to walk away from stuff that I know that I don't need. And this is just something that, I'm encouraging you to do. Really look at these things. Do I need this or do I just want it? That goes with clothes, shoes, hats. Everybody got their own little thing that they like to do. So whatever it is that that's your thing. Think about this. Do I need this right now? Do I want it? Another thing is give. Giving is so much better than receiving. And I talk about this a lot as well. Choose your charitable contribution carefully. So whatever you sow your money into, think about it coming back to you. So you need to sow on good ground. If you have what's that? Lucia, what's the hospital, St. Jude? If you know that that touch your heart, that these people can go to the hospital without receiving a bill, and you know that that's good seed. Because who wants to be worrying about how I'm gonna pay for this when my baby's sick? If that's something you want to do, if you frequent a church and that's what you want to do, that's a principle with that faith that you tithe 10%. Now everybody believe different on it. It's up to you. You give to something. If you see somebody, a family you want to adopt, if you want to buy somebody's groceries, whatever it is, make sure you sow those good seeds in the ground so that's what you'll be getting and coming back to you. And so the last thing, and I said this before I even started, make sure you seek a financial expert. Just like coaches for everything else, you got wealth coaches. You have people that can help you get your finances in order. And that is, the plug. That's why I brought Daryl Dibbs Howard, because he helped me with, two major things in my life. Again, a home, because I decided I wanted a home, and my finances, because I know that, being a homeowner, I got to do things a different way. It's not rent no more. It's mortgage and it's car note and it's everything else that I have.
And it's yours.
And it's mine. Nobody's going to get that. So someone said, hey, Twin and Mr. Howard, my credit is at 700, but I have high credit usage rate and it's hard to get a loan to consolidate. Mm-hmm. Any suggestions for me, or should I wait my loan terms out.
Ooh. Need a little bit more information, but here's a couple things. I actually just did a video on TikTok about this, about strategies on paying your credit card debt off. So if you cannot consolidate your loans, it depends on, there's a couple different ways to do that. You can refinance your house. You can, I don't recommend this, but there are companies out there that will consolidate your debt for you. All they're doing is delaying payment. You're going to make payments to them when you can make payments to the people that you owe.
Okay.
The quickest way to boost your credit score, but it doesn't sound like you need that at a 700 credit score. But for the people that's listening, to boost your credit score, the quickest way to do that, because 65% of your credit score is made up of your payment history, quickest way to boost your credit score is to pay them people. Okay, I know that's not what y'all want to hear. I know that's not what y'all want to hear, but the quickest way to boost your credit score for free is to pay them people.
It might be hard. He said the high credit usage rate.
Yep. So if you got cars that's maxed out,
them boys 30%
like
interest now.
Yeah. So the quickest way to get yourself out of a hole is to stop digging, right? So let's put them cards in a drawer. Let's total up all that debt, and we're gonna take 20% of our income, and we're gonna throw it at those balances until they're all paid off. Okay.
That sounds good. All right, we'll give it up for him. I thank you so much, Dibs, for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate the time.
Of course. I hope that help you out, Mr. Thomas Taylor, twin. I hope that help you out. Pay them people, okay? Stop playing these reindeer games. Talk to those people that call you asking for their money. Stop throwing them to the voicemail. Stand up and face your debt. Face it. Tell them, look, I ain't got it right now, but I'm gonna give it to you next week. Just
not at all.
Own up. You said do what?
Or not at all. Like some of this stuff, like, so I mean, I don't mean to go on about it, but like some of these people you don't owe. If somebody calls me from Steinberg LLC, but I know I owe Chase Bank. Yeah, I'm calling Chase Bank. I'm not calling Steinberg LLC. Okay. I don't know Steinberg LLC. Right. So when debt has been charged off or forgiven, that's no longer your debt. Them people been paid.
Oh wow.
Okay. So you call the original creditor. You say, "Hey, are these people associated with you?" If they say, "Oh, I'm not. We sold that debt or we charged it off. They're the new creditor." No, I ain't got no new creditor. I don't have a contract with them. I didn't agree to pay them. That was y'all choice. Y'all got y'all money. Y'all got y'all write off. They wrote it off on their taxes. That's income for them. If they forgave a debt to you, they gonna send you a tax form. Okay. It's called a cancellation of debt. That is income. All right. So you gotta learn the game. You do what they would do to you.
That's the plug. And that's the plug. And you heard it here first. No, I'm just playing. But I thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. You already know what I'm going to bring. You already know what you're going to get. Even when I have the men's edition on, and I think they'll be here next week, it still will be motivation and encouragement and information, inspiration, empowerment. And it's going to be good vibes. So if you guys are not doing nothing again this Friday, come on out to Poetry and Conversation, 21573 Grand River, and it is a $10 cover. It is 15 after 9. That's it. And we thank you so much for joining. And I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay? Peace.